What's up, guys? Welcome to me and my son Chase Sneakers' new show called 125 and LENOX, about sneakers, culture, and fashion. Today, I got a really special guest that I've been waiting a long time to interview. He is the Mecca, he is the beginning, he is the end, as we know it, of urban fashion. Everybody give a round of applause for my guest, Dapper Dan. What's up, baby? What's going on, man? Have a seat, man. From your perspective, Dap, how do you view today's fashion, the fashion industry today, from your perspective?
Here in Harlem, we started a trend that went around the world. And now, we are following instead of leading. That bothers me. You know, I don't want to call out any particular rappers, but now they took what we was doing here in Harlem, took it global, and now it looks like we didn't even start it. And now all the European design houses is making the same type of stuff that we started out making, you know? And then we got reputable rappers, big name rappers wearing that and taking away from what we started here. This is the problem. They wouldn't let us into the game, Troy. You know what I'm saying? So we had to create a game for ourselves. We wanted to wear exclusive stuff, high-end stuff. So we went and, I went and did our own thing. But then when they came out, like when we got a chance to do our thing, we didn't keep that up. We went into a t-shirt game, a jean game, man. We didn't. And then now, when you look at what the hip-hop artists and rap artists is wearing with the Louis, the Gucci, and all the big names now, they wearing high-end stuff. But when we had the opportunity, all the black fashion houses that came out, when we had the opportunity to step up and step into this game, we didn't make what we started with. We let the game collapse. I got to give credit to Puffy. Puffy tried to keep it up there. He did the minks, the leathers. He tried to do the high end. Right. But how are we gonna let the game go and then wonder why nobody's wearing it and why these black fashion houses crash?
And you can kind of see that because you don't see the Sean John, the Rockaware, the FUBU. It was not just one brand. It was probably 20 brands, and you don't see that no more. And nor do you even see kids even trying to do that. Like a kid would go to H&M and shop in an H&M store and buy a no-name brand and just rock that. And it's like a killer to fashion.
When you see rappers that have a clothesline and are not wearing their own clothesline, is wearing European line, and then their whole staff is wearing it, come on, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
It was
they even getting high off their own supply.
Take me and snap a picture of that time, that moment when you had to have your car tire with the tire in the back, or your clothes. Like, snap a picture and take me there of what was that time like, fashion-wise.
Okay, fashion was an extension of our personality. Once you reach a certain level, you want to let everybody know that you reached that level, Well, and in order to do that back in the day, they didn't have all these big design houses that catered to how we like to dress. So when I was in Harlem, I already had the swag. I was Dapper Dan before Dapper Dan was open. I already had that credibility with the gangsters and everybody, me, Pee Wee, and all. That swag was always there. I just decided that I didn't want to be in the street no more. I'm gonna open up a store, and I knew they knew what I was doing. As far as this clothes game is concerned, I was fly before I opened that up.
Did you introduce this look, or is it a young kid walked in your shop one day and said, I want this? Like, did the customer come to you and tell you what to start making, or you had a vision and say, I'm gonna start making this for the young boys to spread my brand? Like, how did that go?
In Harlem, the movers and shakers were the drug dealers. Those were the most powerful elements, right? They determined what style is. And because initially the rappers wanted to be like the gangsters. So it was the gangsters that generated style. Now the young guys who came in, they got that influence from the older gangsters that used to come. Like Alberto Martinez, Alpo, when he used to come in, he used to see what all the major gangsters was wearing before them, and I would fill him in on that there, And then I would develop something within that look for him. Now listen, here's another thing. Each generation, like the generation that you might be familiar with, they know all about the Alpo era. But every era in Harlem had a boy wonder. A boy wonder is somebody who's fly in Harlem, that be the leader of the pack. Now I remember when I made my first 11 outfits for Alpo, it was like people come back and say, yo, Dad, who's this kid, man? I keep seeing in the clubs wearing your stuff, you know? So initially they was referring to him like that guy who be wearing all the Gucci and Louis outfits. And then his name got connected to that, you know? And then as eventually he got known for that, you know? And that's how he was able to generate his excitement, you know what I mean? So he is like representative of his era.
I have one of your pieces that belonged to that boy wonder.
Okay.
That's been highlighted in the movie Paid in Full. And this piece here is just, everybody goes crazy over it. And it's actually on the market for a pretty penny, for about $10,000. And it's a special piece. Let me bring it out to you. This piece here is one of your boy wonder pieces.
Yeah, that's one of the boy wonder.
Tell me about this jacket, Dap, and why it was created.
Before, he made that popular, but before that, I can name like about maybe 10, 12 major gangsters who had it before him. In fact, I made theirs with bulletproof interior, you know, bulletproof lining in it.
Like when you say bulletproof and lining, what do you mean? Like
inside this here, made into the lining, was a bulletproof material.
Around the whole body of it.
Yeah, around the whole body. In fact, I used to make it so it just come to here, and one of the guys came back to me and said, yo, Dap, you got to make it longer, man. I got shot. I had to make him another jacket. I got shot, and he shot, and the bullet hit me under the vest. So I started making it so it could go all the way down. Everybody had one of those back in the day, but Alpo was the one. Actually, the movie Paid in Full was what made it so popular.
Do you think that Kanye West, being that he's generating a lot of buzz from Europe, is leading that pack of hurting the fashion industry?
Kanye is a genius. I think the biggest misconception about this whole fashion thing is like, when you look at all the fashion houses that's built around a rapper, they collapse. And it has nothing, you know, it's hot as long as the rapper's hot. And it has nothing, and it's not so much that it has to do with the rapper, it's the fact that you gotta create goods that we like. The bottom line is the product.
It's the product.
You know what I mean? The product. It got to be fly, it got to be expensive. You got to be able to, yo, I want that.
You just heard it from the legend himself. This is not a game. Thank you so much for tuning into the show with my main man, Dapper Dan.